Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Have you got any questions?
Have you just started?
We just talked through the ingredients.
Okay.
So we're about to start the whole process now.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay.
Car broke down.
It's alright. So we're gonna first start by blending our tomatoes. So I would say if you're using two onions, you should use blend one, and then chop the other one. So I'm going to blend two because I'm using three. So I'm going to blend the red one and the big white one, and then I'm going to chop the other one. So we're going to blend our onions, garlic, ginger, bell peppers, and scotch bonnet. So if you want to, I can give you a tip for peeling your ginger. You can use a spoon to peel your ginger like so. It's going to be kind of hard for me to show you, but
Go around and go to the camera.
okay. So like use a spoon to sort of peel your ginger like so. So it makes it easier than using a knife. So this is just a quick trick you can use to peel your ginger. But sometimes I just dump everything in the blender because I can't be bothered. But if I am cooking for my clients, I have to make sure that everything is all food safety and health and safety for the principles of that. So I'm just going to quickly peel my ginger. Make sure you have your blender ready. So mine is already set here. I just need to get the head, the top part of it. Okay, it's done. So for my onions, I'm just going to quarter or cut in smaller bits so that it's easier for it to blend.
Ask them, can everyone see okay?
Can you guys see okay? Please, if you can see okay, you can thumbs up or just say yes. Okay.
Yes, we can see okay.
Okay. So I'm just prepping my vegetables to blend them. So I've quartered my onions. I'm going to do the same for one bell pepper. Because it's frozen, so it's going to be a bit easy to just take it out. I'm just going to take out the seed and just cut it into smaller bits as well. So like I said, if you want your jollof rice to be sweet, you should add more bell peppers. This is what it looks like, the bell pepper. But if you want it to be red, so that's rich in color, then you add more paprika pepper, which is this one, the ladyfinger pepper. So I'm just going to cut this as well, and then take out the seed. So all my ingredients are already pre-washed because of the class. So yeah. So you can start peeling your garlic, peeling your ginger, peel your onions, and then chop it together. It makes it easier for you. So my blender, I'm just going to put my tomato in there. If you're using fresh tomatoes, you can always what's it called? If you're using fresh tomato, you can use less water. The less water you use, the quicker your tomato sauce cooks. So I'm just going to add all my ingredients, all my vegetables, basically the ones that I've chopped in there, because my blender can take it.
Ask them if they've caught up.
Let me know if you need me to slow down, and then I'll take it one step at a time.
Hold on, slow down for a minute, please.
Okay.
Okay. Oh God. Mute off.
You can mute her.
In the meantime, just ask if you have any questions.
Okay. So if you've got any questions, please ask, and I will attend to that while we wait for everyone to catch up.
Is this Scotch bonnet?
Who would like to go first?
The other person, you can go first. Who was talking?
Take the spotlight off me.
Did you put the Scotch bonnet in the blender?
Yes, you put everything in the blender apart from 1 onions.
Okay. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Also, you put the fresh tomatoes in the blender as well.
I would say if you're using fresh tomatoes, let's say you're using 6 fresh tomatoes, use 5 and save 1 towards the end, and I'll explain to you why you need to save 1 tomato towards the end.
Yeah, you wait for like another 2 minutes.
Okay, so I'll just wait for people to catch up, and then I'll just blend while I'm waiting. So when you blend your vegetables, you need to make sure it's smooth. If you want to see a bit of tomato chunks in there, then you can roughly blend it. But I think for most parties, we like it smooth because most people don't like to see the onions and the tomato in it. But some people also do like to see it. So it's sort of like outweighing who your client is or who they are. So I'm just gonna blend it
How many minutes do you put in the blender for?
until it's smooth. So you basically blend it until it's smooth.
How do they know it's smooth?
I'm going to show them.
Your pot. What's the pot? Pot. The POT.
My pot. I think in the kitchen.
Go bring it.
Okay.
So if everyone's caught up, please,
So I'm just going to show you what our blended mix looks like. So this is what we are after. I hope you can see. So something smooth like this. So now, while that is just going to be aside, we're going to chop our other onions if we've got more onions.
Someone asked, can you use tomato puree?
If you don't have fresh tomatoes, you can use tomato puree. So we're going to go to the tomato puree on the next step.
But can you use tomato puree?
We are using tomato puree.
Okay, cool. Someone asked, what's in the blender right now?
So what I currently have in the blender is my garlic. I have 3 cloves of garlic, half a pump of ginger. I have 1 large white onions, 1 medium red onions, 1 bell pepper, 1 paprika pepper, ladyfinger, tatashe, and 1 can of plum tomatoes. So this is the can. So 1 can of plum tomatoes. This is accessible all over UK. I'm not sure of Nigeria, but if you're in Nigeria, you should use roughly about, if you're using fresh, you should use about 4 to 6 tomatoes. So yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to chop my onions. So for most party dish, sometimes you will see some ring onions in there. So you need to make sure that some of your onions are cut in ring forms. So that's round circles. Towards the end of the class, it's going to make sense. So I'm going to use about half of my onions for the ring, and then I'm going to chop the other half for the frying bit. So just roughly chop it into smaller chunks. I'm trying to pay attention because this knife is quite sharp and I am not looking forward to slice my hands in here. So I'm going to pay attention until I'm done. Oh boy, this onion is very strong.
Ask them if there's any questions.
If you've got any questions, please, you can type it down. I'll get my assistants to read it to me, or you can just go away and shoot. Oh boy, shouldn't fry. Oh my god, the onions is so hot.
Music background.
Okay, I'm just gonna show you what my onions looks like. Hopefully my eyes is not all teary right now. Yeah. So I have the chopped ones, which is on this side. The chopped ones is for the frying step, and the ring ones are towards the end of the class, towards the end of the cooking. So I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna explain to you what we're using this for. So you need to save some ring dicks like this, or if you can't do a ring size, you can do it in quarter, like in half. And then some chopped ones. So I'm just going to divide it into parts so that's easier for me to identify when I am cooking. Okay, so we have that there.
Music background.
Is DJ Igwe still there?
Yes.
DJ Igwe, can you play some music for us? Not yet, actually. So let me know if you guys are okay for us to carry on to the next step. And then we'll move to the next step.
Tell them to give you confirmation.
Can you give me a thumbs up if you're ready to move to the next step? You can do the video like that. Click on this one.
So,
That one, yeah. Okay, so I've got most people having a thumbs up. So where is my pot? Oh, yeah. So I've got my pot here. Now we're going to start our cooking step. So you need to make sure your pot is heated up. So I'm going to heat my pot up for about a minute so that it's hot. The reason why our pot needs to be hot so that it makes it a bit quicker. Don't cook on a cold pot. You need to cook on a very hot pot. So I'm just going to let my pot heat up for a little bit and then we're going to start. So make sure your pot is cooking on the fire, heated up.
someone says, yes, thanks, if it's possible, have a bowl available for her to wash her hands.
Yeah, I have a bowl actually to wash my hands. Yeah. I'm just trying to minimize my water. I actually got a bowl here, but I'm using this for my rice. Yeah. Okay. Just gonna give it some few seconds. I hope we're all doing good. We're all staying safe, you know. Yeah.
DJ run some music.
DJ put some background music so that you know we don't sleep off while we're waiting for our pot to heat up. Okay, so I think my pot is slightly heated up. I'm going to add oil. I think I have about 1.5 cups of oil here. I would suggest you add more oil than less oil. So the reason why we add more oil is so that it speeds up the cooking process. So if you want to spend the whole night in your kitchen, then use little oil. But if you want to go as quick as possible, you add more oil. So the beauty about adding more oil is that it saves time. And once your tomato sauce is cooked, you can always take out the water and the excess oil from the sauce, which makes it very efficient, right? And then you can use that to fry your eggs or do whatever you want to do with the red oil. So to this, I'm going to add my chopped onions. And we're going to saute this for about 1 minute. You don't need to burn. I have fun. So I'm currently cooking on high heat, but I would say you cook on medium heat right now because I'm trying to sort of speed the whole process. Just make sure your onions doesn't burn. So continue sauteing it. So the beauty about adding more onions is that sometimes it gives your sauce more volume, and also it adds the taste of your food. It makes it a bit sweet as well. So I think my onions is fried a little bit. What I would suggest right now is instead of you putting your tomato puree in like that, you can mix it with about 2 tablespoons of water, of which I'm going to do like so. So that it gives me a very liquid paste. So I have about 2 tablespoons of water with my 2 tablespoons of tomato puree.
How hot should the thing be?
It should be on medium heat. Mine is on high heat, and then as you can see, my onion is actually burning. So now I'm going to add my tomato puree. I will need to fry this for about 3 minutes.
On medium or high heat?
On medium heat. So I've reduced my heat to the lowest, which is about 600 watts. I'm going to increase it now to about 1000. So with your tomato puree, you need to continuously stir it, because if you don't stir it, it's going to burn. So you need to make sure that it doesn't burn, because once it burns, it gives it a bitter taste, and we don't want the bitter taste in your rice. So I'm frying this for about 3 minutes. So the more oil you have in your pot, the quicker it's going to take for your tomato puree to get cooked, and also for your blended mix to get cooked. So once this is fried for about 3 minutes, I'm going to show you what it looks like on my pot so that you can then add your tomato mix in there.
The rice isn't cooked though.
No, the rice is not cooked. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Jenny.
Hi! Sorry, we're joining late. Well done. Wow.
It's okay. Yeah.
Wow. Yummy, yummy food.
Okay, so let me show you what our tomato puree should look like. So this is what we're looking for, right? I don't know if you can see it. It's gonna be hard for you to see it, but something like this. It's kind of hard. Okay, so now I'm going to add my vegetable mix that I've blended. So in here we'll have garlic, ginger, onions, tomato, paprika pepper, and bell pepper. So I'm just going to scoop up everything. I'm from a Nigerian family and we don't like to waste. So I've been brought up in a home whereby every single thing has to be used. The reason why I would not add water in it is because I'm trying to reduce, what's it called? The time it takes for my sauce to cook. So I'm just going to try what I have to take everything out.
Is there a benefit of adding water?
The water prolongs the cooking time. We're still going to add water towards the later part of this dish. So yeah, so now I'm going to cover it and allow it to cook for about 15 minutes. So I'm going to set alarm for 15 minutes. Do anybody have 15 minutes? Oh, actually,
Yeah,
I've got a
15
timer
minutes.
on my cooker. Actually, I'll set alarm for 10 minutes. So start with 10 minutes first. So I'm cooking on, you can cook on high heat, but the thing about high heat is that your tomato sauce can get burnt. So I would say cook on medium to low heat so that your tomato sauce doesn't get burnt. Have you got any questions?
Hey, no question. I'm just watching you. You're doing great. Well done.
Thank you.
More. I just use the opportunity to tidy up quickly.
Sorry,
I
I
don't
didn't.
know if
Can you
Can you
repeat?
hear me?
Can you repeat yourself? Because you broke a little bit.
I was going to suggest, share. Oh, my network is really bad. Sorry. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
I'll probably I'll type in the chat if you can't hear me to repeat myself. Whilst the sauce is cooking, what I do is I use the opportunity to tidy up.
Okay. So you can all do that, which I've done slightly on my own end. So what I'll suggest now while we're waiting for the sauce to cook is for you to wash your rice. So my rice is already pre-washed, but I'm going to show you what to do, or what step you should do and what you should get.
Someone asked, can you add coconut milk to the jollof rice?
Yes, you can add coconut milk to the jollof rice. What I would say is add the coconut milk when you're about to steam cook the rice. So first we're going to cook the rice, then we'll steam cook it. So when you're about to steam cook the rice is when you should add the coconut milk, so that the rice doesn't burn, but it actually infuses the coconut milk in it. That's what I'd say. So I have my bowl, and I'm going to put my rice in my bowl so I can show you exactly what your rice should look like when you wash it. So I'm just going to add my water in it. They're gonna gas me right now, so I need to wash my hands. So when you wash your rice, you should have this color. It should not be cloudy. Can I see it?
Yes.
It should be clear. So your water should be clear.
Bring it up. Bring it up.
No, it's not. It's not about the rice. For them to see the content of the. So it's kind of hard for me to show you. I don't know if you can see. My.
Bring your hand a little bit down.
Down.
So that we can see it. Yeah.
Can you see it? Oh yeah. So you should have a clear water when you wash your rice. It shouldn't be cloudy. It should be super clear. And I can show you what sort of method you can use to make your rice. So what I do is I sort of like massage it like this. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. So I massage it like this to make sure that the starch from the rice is off. So you can do that to what's it called, to wash your rice. Now I have a so just wait while you're get your rice washed. Then move on to the next step.
Ask a question.
So if you've got any questions, please ask. I'm here to answer.
Oh, I think the DJ is available.
Have I been on mute?
No, you're on mute.
If you've got any question, please ask. While we're waiting for everyone to get ready and our sauce to get cooked, we will let our DJ play us some music if it's still here.
So, Auntie Onyi,
Yeah.
do you put tomato puree sometimes or not?
Yes.
You put tomato puree.
Before we add the tomato sauce, the tomato blended mix, we put the puree in there. So,
Okay.
what step are you on now?
Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. It depends on my mood.
Yeah. So if you don't like it, you can skip it. If you like it, then you add the tomato puree.
Someone asked,
Thank you.
is the rice then drained? Like you,
Yes. So when you wash your rice, then you drain it out because I pour water in it. So I'm being a bit I don't have a drain. It's just.
I practice this.
I don't know, it's scared. It doesn't work. Why?
Assistant, please get us a strainer.
I think she wants to ask a question. Hey DJ, can you turn it down a little bit?
Listening.
Wait,
Oh, is it this size cup?
yeah, she's asking if this size.
Okay. Let me. So I'm using a measuring cup. Is that what you're using to measure your rice?
Yeah, is it 2 of these cups?
You can use 2 of that, but what I use to measure my rice, I use a measuring cup. But you can use that if you want more rice. So you can use 2 teacups.
Okay, so you mean 2 measuring cups?
Yes.
Got you.